Yo, what's poppin', YouTube? Subscriber gang, notification nation. Appreciate that like as well. We great, man. We in good spirits. You know, Travis Scott, he just got sued. So, bringing that news to y'all. That's some information that you might need to know about. It was a yacht owner and whatnot, over, probably some degenerate stuff. I could believe a bill ain't get paid, probably some property get destroyed, nothing major, but it's hot as fish grease out here, man. We burning up. But I just came on here real quick to get on the live streams. Yeah, everything is great, we getting good, we're getting better in God's speed, everything is healing. We properly building and taking the time out to be available. You gotta be visible, man. If you wanna be on these streams, you gotta have something to say, some substance, something, that people could get into and really learn and, subscribe, comment, engage. Like, we talking about Travis Scott sued, by this yacht dude, probably some Negroes, some degeneracy going on, partying too hard or didn't pay the bill or the tab. Regular hood, irresponsible stuff. Yeah, I'm straight. I've been drinking this water, man, all day. Hitting it, cranking shit, for real. I stayed. Yeah, he got meals, he good, but it's like, still, you don't want that on your name because now, down the line when you try to rent something or you try to, put something, on your credit, now you're looking crazy. Now people don't want to, feel me, mess with you in a certain way. So you never want the vlogs or, people to take it that way. Like Chris Brown got sued for that 13 mil, by the dog keeper. Like, dude just losing money left and right. You see marriage right now, women is getting rich, men is getting, you know, homeless and suicide. They just killing themselves because they can't afford to live. It's just, cost is too high, you know. Trump is making it rise, the inflation, the war, this is what they trying to get money for. They money hungry just like everybody else, so it's all trickling down, they just trying to put us in debt, which is like the economy is going to collapse. If men are not, in relationships, they're not going to have the same motivation, they're not going to work hard or be, trying to protect and build and, have that drive, because it's like, what's the point if you can't be with a woman? It's like, well, if a woman want to take all the jobs, and now, because it's more of them than it is, of guys. Now the teens, can't even find jobs right now because adults is taking, their jobs in the economy, trying to work 2 and 3. It's a rippling effect about to happen. The market, the economy, is going to collapse. That's the way it's looking like. It's going in that direction. It's going to be a reset. A lot of people ain't gonna make it past, but it's like, if you made it past the hard parts through the pandemic, the vaccines, this next one, this shouldn't be too hard. They doing tests on testosterone, so now it's gonna be like, it's gonna be a certain amount of testosterone you can have in America without being arrested or without it being a crime. They gonna make it a crime to be a man damn near soon. Watch. That's the direction. They don't want us to be having a strong backbone running the country the way men always do, and we the people, standing by and being proud of who we are. They want us to be waving the white flag and just going out our way to make sure that we give them they flowers while they just sitting by getting rich off our backs. Amazon, iPhone, all this technology that they done created, AI. This stuff is damaging your kids' brains, is damaging the women's brain. This technology, these damn cell phones and radiation, they've been saying that. Now they just coming out with the truth and the studies showing how kids is being damaged from being on these cell phones. They banned it in I think it was Norway, somewhere up there in Europe. They banned cell phones. They don't even let them use it no more. They did studies on it and they see how kids who grew up without that stuff was more logical versus now they more abusive because they're looking at other experiences and killings, shootings, the news, all of that stuff that's right in their hands. It's only being abused in their brains. They can't think because they're looking at the mass shootings, the race baiting, black on white. They trying to do gender wars, men on women, all of that stuff that they doing. So it's rough, man. It's 2026, you gotta adapt, you gotta adjust. This is the new matrix, it's the new cyclops, the psyops, the sci-fi. Back in the day, man. And God we trust, bro. Just praying, man, thinking, maintaining, trying to stay focused up. Yeah, man, everybody destroyed their credit damn near. It's like a lot of people purposely went into debt and left America for real. People is really doing that because it's like they know the system is gonna collapse soon. It's gonna get worse, it's gonna get bad. Why you think working out is promoted so heavy now? Everybody wanna be healthy and trying to, be in the gym and get ready, for this medieval type aliens, all of that. Werewolves, vampires, the movie centers. That's all about to be real. Yo, Malik, do you watch UFC? I used to, not really no more. If I see it on, I might look at it, but I don't really know who the active people are no more. When I used to watch it, it was like Conor McGregor and Anderson Silva, all of those guys. When they first came out with the game, that's probably the last time I was really into it, studying the names and the details. But I'll probably catch it, if I see it on, I'll look at it for a little bit. Man, I hope this next few hours soon, so the sun will be down, could just relax for the day, cause woo-wee, it's a fool out here. That's love right there. I appreciate that. This is what we work for, that engagement, those positive moments that affect the chat. And we could spread it, we could hold it dearly into our hearts, it means a lot for real. We all gotta think hard, we gotta work smart, It's tearing us apart. The social media is a crazy, crazy world that we living in, man. Mothers, girls, children, being hurt while people sit back. Gotta intervene when you can, man, and let these attacks continue to be predicated upon us, man. And we know what we gotta do. It's heavy, man. Yeah, I'm in the shade right now. That's right, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Comment, subscribe. It's crazy. Ready to take a nizap. Oh, bro. What y'all doing today? Is Friday, man. TGIF. It's going down, man. Got a couple days left and then we'll be in a whole nother week again. Just keep stretching on and on, man. Them the lessons we performing for our audience. It's the best feeling, man. Can't trade it for the world. Can't let it disperse. I gotta hold that daily. I worked and strive. Thank you for the likes, because it's like people try to count your success through their eyes or their experiences, and it's like my success is not gonna be yours, so why are you trying to chase mine instead of adding on and giving me the right push and support, instead of trying to attack or try to control. That's what we are supposed to be here for. Thank you again for those likes. It's like it should be natural. Support should just be natural. It shouldn't be if you're gonna get something out of it or if you're gonna benefit more. It should just be I want to give to you because I believe in you, and it's an investment, on both ends of a relationship. But it seems like people are not receiving that. They don't have that mindset of reciprocation these days. They want to take. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to put in, but they want to borrow. They want to hold something. They want to put you in a position where now you are getting less than or less out the picture. And it's like, well, if that's the case, then I don't even want to be involved, because I don't want nobody trying to belittle or trying to make me feel like they bigger than me. Nah. Yeah, Ayani Yang, how you doing? Glad you could be here. It's a great day. It's Friday. Like I said, the sun is out, and we just kicking it, man. We're doing it our way, and we living it. It's a dream, to have y'all here with me on this stream right now, because I didn't always think or have the mindset that could be possibly, monetize, this content that I'm creating. But it's a journey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be able to disguise and mask yourself so you could be able to push through and have that result, that success, that story that people gravitate to, and it's relatable, for us. Because it only takes two. You don't need a whole lot of, subscribers or supporters to catapult your career. You just have to have a set schedule or pop, a time that you're gonna be consistent enough to, come and present and teach and, pick up where you left off, or, have those beliefs, that expression, instead of holding it in and being upset. It's no need, it's not necessary, so you can't let it, tick you off. You can't be stuck in the Holocaust, man. Cause they killing men out here, man. Men killing themselves. Suicide, depression, this is what social media, all of this stuff is for. The MK Ultra, wants to alter your mind and try to make you more depressed. So you could be on meds, walk around like a zombie, like Gucci Man, Akeisha Kior got him whipped, allegedly. This is the things that we gotta look at, and we gotta say it's a weapon. I don't need it, because it's working against me. I'm more relevant. I'm more, how you say, suitable. When it comes to being on my own and just making my rounds, trying to come up. Usually I go through it on my own little ones and twos, and then I'm done. I have one up real soon, man. Trust us. Trust and believe, man. It's blowing up fast. We only in our 7th year, man. They tried to rush us. They counted us out. They felt like because we didn't have it the way that we needed it to be at that time, that we wasn't going to go past that marker. But now it's like more and more every day we starting the service and we starting to have, that markers, those peaks, concurrents are going farther through the currency. It's water, man. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate y'all, chat. We got an emergency, man. We got to pull through. Because it's going to get tough these next few years, man. We serving these classes, courses. What's going on, good people? I appreciate y'all coming along to the stream. The most presentable, informative you'll ever see, man. So make sure y'all subscribe because eventually I'm going to be able to teach you the ways on how to survive in 2026 in the future, the plans, the technology, the devices that they use to strategize against your mind and the kids and the children who they want to try to kidnap and use for trafficking and pedophilia. This is why we see Giselle Maxwell having meetings with her opposed alleged accuser. It's getting realer and realer out here, folks, man. We got to do the right thing, man. We can't go by what the devil's law and tools is all the time, man. We got to restore order and be, godly. Refuse the other side, the other voice on your shoulder that's trying to mess with you all the way, make it over, finito, and you're done. Because all it takes is one moment. People die, people killing every day, just like nothing never happened. It's cold out here, man, so don't be another brother laying down, laid out on the pavement, man, getting your head and your wig split now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it, man. Trust me. Hey. chilling. You know, this is nature. It's relaxing. You know, it's medication. You got to be able to be one with the universe, man. Praying, relating to the God, the earths, the ancestors, man. You got to heal first. You know, pay attention to the dimensions they instilling. You got to yield forth. Thou shalt not hurt thy neighbor. Say it loud. It starts at home, though. It starts with the community, man. The dysfunctional, no father in the home. It's all a part of the process, man, to keep us down and dumb. You know, they want like a pretzel. Well, snap, snap. We not the ones, cause they not like us. They switching up. They gotta run every time, you know, picking up the pace. They hit them up like Pac, man. You know, they trying to get away, but Mob Deep race, always, man. They gonna replace us. They gonna put us in positions like slaves or get AI robots to terminate us. Yeah, just like remember the Arnold Schwarzenegger? Hasta la vista, baby. Yeah. You know it. They about to get rid of us. First the immigrants, the Hispanics, the Haitians. Then who's the plenty much cotton picking, internment camps. You know, I'm ready out here in America, man. While y'all playing around, they got deadly chemical warfare. All of that stuff counts. That sun, you know, that's an energy trainer right there, man. That's really the ones. Messing with a brother. Yeah, man, Travis Scott, they suing him. I think it's over for the boy or not. I could turn the boy into a man. Money, clothes.